Greetings, Charger History. Today's essential question is, what do Buddhists believe? Please pause your video and copy the essential question into your notebook. Draw your vertical line for your notes. Yesterday we learned about Siddhartha Gautama and how he renounced, which means gave up, his cushy life as a prince in order to travel around and spread the word about ending suffering. What religion did Siddhartha Gautama start? By the end of class today, you'll be able to explain more about what Buddhists believe and how they practice their philosophy. The first thing you should know is that Buddhism is one of the most commonly practiced religions in the world today. Right, so even though Siddhartha Gautama lived thousands of years ago, his philosophy stays with us today. He has millions of followers in India, the rest of Asia, and around the world. But Buddhism is different from other religions in one major way. It does not have any gods. Did you know that there could be religion without gods? Buddha was a teacher, not a god, and he always told his followers not to worship him. So for this reason, many people call Buddhism a philosophy instead of a religion. Go ahead and copy your first vocab word, atheism. To be atheistic means that you don't believe in any god. The prefix "a" means without, and we know the root word theism means God. So Buddhism is without God. Go ahead and pause if you need more time to copy. So Buddhism was started by a Hindu man, Siddhartha Gautama, but he was a Hindu who grew up and had a major problem with one part of his religion, the caste system. If he was going to end suffering in the world, then there's no way that there could be untouchables and lower castes. Those people suffered every single day, day in and day out. Their suffering never stopped. So how could the caste system exist when a religion wanted to end suffering in the world? So Buddhism has many things in common with Hinduism, but they have no caste system. But like Hindus, something that's the same, no caste system, Buddhism. But something that is the same is that both religions believe in reaching enlightenment. Enlightenment for Hindus was called moksha, but for Buddhists, enlightenment is called nirvana. Please copy down that vocab word, nirvana. Nirvana is a state of enlightenment in Buddhism, and it means that you have reached the end of suffering. Today is all about how we're going to reach that state of no suffering, that perfect happiness. Enlightenment is where every Buddhist, and really every person, wants to be, perfectly content with yourself and happy with the world. Here's how Buddhists believe that we have to get to nirvana. Please number your notes 1 through 3 as you see here. All right, let's talk about how you can reach nirvana, or the perfect happiness. The first step is that you must give up all worldly desires. Go ahead and copy that. Pause if you need more time. All right, if you're hearing this, that means you should have copied this next to number 1 in your notes. To give up all worldly desires means to do just like what Buddha did. He gave up his palace and his riches in order to follow the middle way, a life without money. That doesn't mean that you have to live in poverty. It just means that you have to have what you need without being greedy. So these pictures here, do you think that Buddhists would approve of those or disapprove of those things? Okay, the second way to find nirvana is to know the truth, the Four Noble Truths. Please pause and copy this part. Okay, so a Buddhist must memorize these 4 truths and they must live by them. That's actually the first step on the path to Nirvana. Let's see what these are. 1. Suffering happens all the time because people always want more or something better than what we have. So Buddhists believe that you must remember that it's human nature to want more than what you have. But number 2, because we don't have what we want, we suffer and feel upset. Number 3, if we accept what we have and stop wanting more, then we will become happy. And so there's the key. That's why we must stop wanting all of these extra things like mansions and fancy cars. If we accept what we have, we will become happier. And then the 4th noble truth is that following the Noble Eightfold Path will help us achieve this. Okay, well then, so what's the Eightfold Path? Go ahead and pause and copy this 3rd step. Follow the Eightfold Path. So to reach enlightenment, the path to get there is to follow 8 steps. It's called the Eightfold Path because there are 8 steps. Here's a picture that illustrates what the Eightfold Path is. You start over here and you work this way. Today during practice, we're actually going to work together to memorize these steps because whether or not you're a practicing Buddhist, these steps can really make everybody's life better. These are things that make us just good people. Some of those things are say nothing to hurt others, meditate, control your thoughts, stay away from evil, free your mind, work for the good of others, and respect all life. Those things can't be bad. So we're going to find out more about the Eightfold Path when we practice. For right now, please go back to your playlist and push 4.0 until I tell you that it's time.